Kim here, and I'm back with another video. So today we are doing another part of NewCrest U, which is a building NewCrest series here on my channel, and I am building a university town where your young adult Sims can go and learn skills that will put them a little bit ahead in their careers when they're ready to start something a bit more serious career-wise. So yeah, that is my plan with this, and I'm just glad to be bringing you all another part. So in this part, we are making a student housing complex here in NewCrest. It's on the 40 by 30 lot in like the lower right hand corner, or like towards the right hand side. It's like the very bottom lot here, and I really love how it came out. It's nothing too luxurious or extravagant. If you've been to college or university, or even just, you know, something or a place I'm so excited, I'm stumbling, a place that has a lot of young adults or college students. A lot of the time they don't have a lot of extra funds to like have these nice luxurious places to live. So this place has the basics with a couple of amenities to make your Sims feel right at home, especially with young adults who are just getting out of the house for the first time. They have all the comforts of home, but with the same feeling of independence, as if they would have something a little bit more nice and luxe. And I'm gonna stop rambling, but anyway, yeah, I really enjoyed this build. Like I said, this place has the basics, but there's also some amenities and luxury. So there is a pool, there's also a gym, a laundry room, and a kind of clubhouse or community space. And I really like how it came out. There are 12 rooms total in this build. I believe it's pretty much split, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's pretty much split between the rooms that have 2 bedrooms and the rooms that have 1 bedroom. Yeah. I'm just thinking, it took me so long to do this build, but what really helped is sketching everything out. I have a friend, they don't necessarily live in student housing, but the setup makes it feel like that way, like it's roommate style. So there's 2 bedrooms, and there's a little kitchenette and like a small living room area, and everything just kind of works. Even though it is compact, it doesn't feel like you're living in a box or anything like that, and it's pretty nice. And I think that's something nice to help teach your young adult Sims a little bit of responsibility and personal management, and just skills that in my mind will come in handy later. So yeah, I'm currently working on the exterior of the building and the layout. This area here, what I was creating is like the clubhouse and the leasing office. I do get rid of this particular structure and I rebuild it on the opposite side. I was trying to maximize as much of the lot as possible. However, it just started feeling a little bit awkward, just thinking where the Sims are going to park. You know, how is this really going to work out layout wise? So I just turned everything around. Yeah, I just turned everything around to the side, and it just flowed better. I'm a really big believer in feng shui. I'm not entirely sure of like the official practices or like the best practices. However, I do move things around a lot, and I just try to kind of get the right energy flowing. And I feel like that's also important in my sim builds, because it will drive me crazy if I feel like things aren't oriented a certain way, if that makes sense. So yeah, this smaller box area here is like our leasing office, or like the complex office. Ideally, or in my head, Sims will go here if they wanted to register, become tenants, or just to sign up for student housing. The office area also has a couple of computers for the employees, or since this is a generic lot, no one will actually work there, so maybe your Sims will just go there from time to time to use the computer. I do recommend, if you play with this lot, lot as a part of your gameplay or like your storylines, that you download like a door locking mod, since this is like a community lot, like a general lot. If you don't have like some sort of door locking mod in your game, Sims will just pretty much be free to come in and out. However, what I have noticed about generic lots is that typically other people don't visit the lot. It's not like a park where everybody will come. Generic is just nothing specific as far as the lot requirements, so you won't get too many outside visitors or any at all. But if you decided to create a group and like meet up here, or have several different Sims under the same quote-unquote household, but they're all living in their individual units, a door locking mod will come in handy just to make the place feel a little bit more realistic. At least in my head it would. So yeah, I think my favorite part of this whole lot is the pool. I really like how non-traditional it is as far as the shape. I was just gonna go for a simple rectangle, but I wanted to make it a little bit more jazzy. I would like to have curved pools, but I enjoy how that one came out. It's definitely a unique shape. I would say some of my challenges in this build was just getting the layout properly, especially inside of each individual dorm room, or I don't even know what you would call it besides a dorm room, I guess apartment. Just getting everything laid out. I wanted to strictly work within like a 9 by 6 or 9 by 7 square for the 2-bedroom units, and like a 6 by 7 for like the individual. I'm not sure if that's the exact size, but if I'm not mistaken, it's somewhere around that. I wanted to work strictly within that because these spaces are compact, because they are temporary living quarters, but just making sure that your Sims get the bare necessities to function. And if you go inside of a college dorm or like student housing, I mean, it has exactly what you need, nothing more, nothing less, and that's what I really wanted to focus on. If you watch my videos, I like big builds and I cannot lie. That was so weird. Anyway, I like building big. So although this is a pretty big build, and a challenge for me was to kind of scale back in each individual apartment and to maximize every single space so your Sims can be comfortable in such compact living quarters. So yeah, how are you guys doing today? I'm doing great. I'm so happy to be getting this video out to you all, and I'm working diligently to complete this build. Believe it or not, there are 3 other lots that are built in NewCrest that I have not created videos for, and it's mainly because I'm not completely happy with the builds. Either I feel like the layout could be improved, or it just doesn't look in like the particular style I'm going for NewCrest University. So yeah, I'm working diligently, just giving you all quality builds, making sure that everything works properly. I will say also, with the door locking mod, it will really help your Sims from going inside of other rooms and cooking. Although all like the stoves and like the sinks and everything works, it seems like when I play tested it, the first time the Sim made a meal, they will make it in their room just fine, and then when they will make another meal, they will go out to like another counter and prepare it, and then come back to the original stove. So it's weird. Everything works, but I think just because there's so many counters and like so many stoves and refrigerators and things like that, your Sim kind of routes themselves to like the next available workspace instead of staying where they were previously. I'm not sure what that's all about, but like I said, everything works, and in my personal opinion, the best way to alleviate that issue is to get like a door locking mod or some sort of mod that will stop your Sims from going into every other room. So yeah, I really enjoy it. Even enjoy this build, even though you do see me kind of copy the floor plan and copy and paste the furniture. Once this build is available on the gallery, most of the rooms will not be furnished, only because I wanted to give you all the opportunity to customize rooms for your Sims that may decide to live here as their quote-unquote dorm living or college living situation. So yeah, when I upload this, most of the rooms will not have furniture. It will have like the basics, like sinks, toilets, appliances, and things like that. Typically, you don't move with those things, you know. Those things are usually available in apartments, especially student apartments. However, things like beds and bar stools, televisions, couches, and like personal items will not be included in the majority of the rooms. So yeah, I hope you all like this. I am so excited for seasons. If you haven't watched my previous video, it's a little lengthy, but it's very detailed, and you can get my full excitement for the upcoming seasons. Addition to the Sims 4 franchise. I will link it. I will link the video somewhere on the screen, or it will be down in the description box below. And I just really want to know, how are you guys feeling about seasons? I'm feeling pumped. I'm feeling excited. I'm feeling like it's long overdue, but I'm so glad that we are finally going to be able to experience seasons in all of its glory. I never owned seasons in The Sims 3. However, I watched a lot of gameplay, and it just always seemed like the pack that just kept on giving. Like, there was just so many different activities, and based on the trailers and the news bits and everything that we've been getting so far, I am just so ready for seasons. And like I said in my other video, I feel like seasons is really going to help me make my Sims lives a little bit more meaningful. We're going to get holidays, and it'll help me kind of celebrate birthdays on a more consistent basis, instead of like the 5 or 4 birthdays that they get throughout their lifetime, depending on the life stage. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I love what I'm doing here with these patios. Although the Sims don't have a whole lot of outdoor space, just having a little bit of a patio just makes it feel a little bit more realistic, especially if you're like in a more populated town, or if you're living somewhere where it might not cost as much to rent. You know, green space is really valuable because there's not a whole lot of it. So just being able to have just a little sliver of a porch or a balcony area is worth it to me. Other things that are here, I have kind of like a trash room or like a utility room. I don't really foresee Sims really going in there except for to take out their trash. I also have, which will come up a little bit later in the video, I use the mailboxes that you use in penthouses that came with the City Living Pack. They're not exactly usable, but I felt like it just added a touch of realism, being able to receive mail while you are away for college or university. I love the laundry room, even though since this isn't like a residential lot, when your Sims change clothes, they won't kind of route into the laundry basket because it's not a home lot. But definitely, like, if you were to like bring laundry with you, you can wash them up there, dry them, and all of that, and have nice, clean, fresh clothes while you are away at college. And I just added in a lot of knickknacks just to make it feel a little bit more true to how things are in real life. So like in a laundry room, there's a vending machine. In a clubhouse, there's like a little bar in case like you have a larger group that you want to entertain. There's a couple of barbecues by the pool, and I really adore this build, and I just hope you guys love it and use it. And I don't know, I've been seeing a lot of simmers kind of link a whole world as a save file. I'm not quite sure how to do that. If anybody knows how to do that, please let me know in the comments. I feel like that will be very helpful once I complete NewCrest University or University Town, to be able to share it with you guys in like a world save instead of uploading, I don't know how many lots it is. I think maybe like okay, I think there's 4 plus 4. No, that's 5. So 4 plus 5 is 9. And then I think there's 4 or 5 more. So 13 or 14 lots. I think it'll be a lot easier for me to share that as like a world save opposed to 13 or 14 individual lots that you have to download for the gallery. So if anyone has information on that, please let me know. It'll be very helpful, and I would love to just make using this world as easy and simple and, you know, just as smooth as possible. So yeah, I absolutely love the pool area. What I do with those chairs from the Perfect Patio Stuff Pack, if I'm not mistaken, I use the matching ottoman to make kind of like a lounger. And although we don't have the quote-unquote relaxed interaction, maybe we'll get something like that with Seasons. I know that Seasons will come out with the beach towel that you can lay out on the ground, so maybe something similar. Maybe we'll even get lounge chairs. I don't know. I mean, we're all gonna learn more information once the Sims team gives us a little bit of gameplay and overview and things like that. But for now, it's like this ottoman chair combination. Your Sims can take a nap on it, but as far as relaxing, they can't do that. They can just sit on it. In the club room, I really like how it came out. I don't know why when I at first initially made the box, like the kind of exterior of it, I thought the clubhouse room was going to be a lot bigger than what it was. However, I mean, there are only 12 units, so I mean, how big do I really expect the clubhouse to be, if you know what I mean? But I feel like it serves its purpose very well. This room is great for entertaining, like if you were to have like a small get together, or if your Sims parents came over. I mean, this is just like a nice common space to entertain people. You know, just small group gatherings would be perfect in this clubhouse. If you want to have like a rager, I don't recommend you do that. You might want to use like a bigger space like the pool or something like that. But this is a nice little clubhouse for, you know, just chill, laid back moments. Also in like the lease area, I was originally going to put the mailboxes there. However, I just felt like there wasn't enough space, so I ended up moving them, the mailboxes, in between like one of the set of stairs and the clubhouse. So yeah, I hope you all are enjoying everything so far. I mean, let me know what you want to see next. I'm definitely going to be doing more builds and more Creative Sims Tell Me Thursdays. I'm sorry, I've been on a little bit of hiatus. I've been having just a couple of things going on in my personal life that you know, has been a priority as of late, but I definitely have not forgotten about you all, and I'm working so much to bring you all new content, new quality content. So yeah, please bear with me, and thank you so much for, you know, just watching my videos and leaving comments. It really helps, and I appreciate each and every one of you. But yeah, I really love this leasing office. There's like a private room, I guess, if like your Sims wanted to discuss payment arrangements, or if they're, you know, having some sort of appointment with the leasing manager. And there's more of a common space just to get like general information and things like that. I was going to give up on using the penthouse mailboxes, but I found it in the gallery, because I hate the fact that you cannot access penthouse items unless you're on a penthouse lot. Like, even if you do a search, you put in the cheats, like it just won't come up unless you're on the penthouse lot. So like, we can't access the elevators normally, we can't access the trash chute, nor the penthouse mailbox. So what I did, I just searched it on the gallery and downloaded a room. I can't recall who actually had it available, but there was more than one. So if you ever run into that problem, that's definitely a great suggestion for you to do, to find it on the gallery. With this build, I wanted the colors to be really, really neutral. I didn't want it to be super loud and crazy with the colors, but I tried to make it exciting with the different textures and things like that. What I do change a couple of the wallpapers off camera, just kind of like where the staircases are, instead of having that, I think that came from the fitness pack, instead of having that kind of brick, I can't quite remember if it's brick or if it's wood, but that texture changes to like the brown brick from City Living, if I'm not mistaken. Exteriorly, I don't even know if that's the word, but exterior wise, that's the only change or a major change that I make. Everything else is pretty much as is shown in the video. The only other thing that I think I might have changed off camera is just the color of the stairs. But everything else is pretty much the same, and you will see it in the tour towards the end. So yeah, I really wanted to go for, I don't want to say lower end, but I guess budget conscious. Yes, I think budget conscious is probably the best way to say it. More budget conscious wallpapers, especially for outside of the units themselves, how it's like that very simple siding. I feel like that's very common with more affordable housing and student housing, just keeping everything nice, simple, and affordable. I think that helps builders make things a bit faster, opposed to if everything was brick or if everything was real wood. It will take a lot longer and cost a lot more, which will translate into higher prices for the consumer. So I try to think like that. I don't know, for some reason, even though this is the Sims and you can pretty much do whatever you want with these builds, I try to keep things realistic, and I try to have them to make sense in correlation to how it will be done in real life. I'm not a builder, I'm not an architect, I didn't go to school and study these things, but I do watch a lot of house and garden shows, architecture shows, real estate shows as well, and all of those things play a factor into price and quality. I don't think that this dorm or student housing complex is like trash at all. Like, it's very nice. If I was a college student, I would like to live here because it's just exactly what you need with a little bit of extra, and you know, it's nice. It looks nice and modern to me. Let me know in the comments if you agree or if you disagree, but I feel like this turned out very well. Starting off, I had a very simple concept in mind, and the way it came out is just blowing my mind. It's definitely exceeding my expectations, and not trying to like toot my own horn or anything. I don't feel like I'm like the best builder in the world by any means, but I'm very proud of this build. I'm glad that I just kept going really, because when you're a ambitious builder like myself, and like you like big builds, sometimes you get to a point where everything feels overwhelming. It's like you want to keep going because you invested so much time and so much effort and energy into building this lot, but at the same time it's like, honey, it's like, girl, what were you thinking? But I would like to bring you all smaller builds as well, so if you have any suggestions for like a more compact build, or like a shipping container build, or like a 5x5 or 4x4, 6x6 or something like that, like, let's not get crazy. Like, I can't do a 2x2 build. I mean, I'm not gonna say I can't, but it really won't be functional. So, you know, if you have any suggestions for any types of builds, please make sure it's something that's actually achievable and like your Sims can benefit from and you would like to see in game. But I'm definitely open to suggestions. I have a couple of things in the works as far as like my next builds, but for now I know one of my main focuses will be getting NewCrest U built and getting it available to you all and sharing it, and hoping that this this town helps your Sims to become better in their careers, because that's something I really missed from the Sim Street University life. I felt like, I don't know, maybe it's just me. I mean, I've heard or I've seen people kind of say it hasn't really helped them, but I have noticed that once you actually get a degree, you do start off a little bit higher in your career field because you have certain experience. And although it's not in the game formally as far as what to do for your Sims to get better at a certain career, I mean, certain things you can kind of figure out. Like if you want a politician Sim, you know, you have to work on your charisma, you have to work on your logic, and just like general people skills. And I feel like being in a space that encourages that in the end will help your Sims to grow. Maybe like if you spent 4 weeks in NewCrest just building on these skills, when your Sim is ready to decide on a career, I feel like it'll be a lot easier because you've had time to hone in on your Sim skills and interests and things like that. It just makes these decisions a lot easier. I'm not saying that college or university is the answer for everyone, because it's absolutely not, but it's great to have kind of like a space for your Sims to adjust to life on their own and life in a serious career than just graduating high school and just automatically picking something because that's, you know, that's pretty much how the game is set up. So hopefully this will give people a new perspective on gameplay and actually filling out certain things so your Sims can build their skills and can choose something that they'll be truly happy with, you know. I feel like I just went on a long tangent, but hopefully all of that made sense. Right now I'm just decorating 2 of the rooms on the ground floor. So one of the spaces that I'm decorating is the 2-bedroom apartment, and in my mind it's 2 female Sims living here. One is more bubbly, like pastels and bright colors, and is an artist. And the other one is a little bit more mellow, a little bit more chilled out. And she is a musician student, or a music major. A musician student. Oh, wow. That was interesting. But yeah, like I really wanted to just show how these spaces could be spruced up to feel a little bit more like home and a little bit more personalized for certain Sims who are just trying to find themselves. So yeah, I really love how this one came out. One side, I guess, is more traditionally quote-unquote girly, or quote-unquote like what's stereotypically feminine, and the other one is a little bit more mature and has a little bit more depth, if you will. But I really like how both of them came out. I wanted to give personal touches, that's why I'm adding things like the art easel and like the painted chairs from City Living, and just the different pops of color, and like the Audrey Hepburn inspired picture there on the wall, just to make it feel a little bit homey and to give your Sims something to look forward to when they go back to their dorm. You know, they don't feel so homesick, they don't feel like they're under someone's thumb. They're able to express themselves in their own space, and I think that, you know, emotionally for like someone's emotional development is so important. So I don't know, maybe I'm just reading too much into The Sims, but I like to play as realistically as possible. So I'm hoping that other people get where I'm coming from and can appreciate this build. But anyway, guys, we're gonna wrap this video up here in a few. I just want to say thank you so much for being patient and watching and rocking with me and continuing to comment and like videos. It really means a lot. I just want to say thank you all so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and follow me on my social medias that's listed in below, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.